Hello, and welcome to Rule of Thirds, a conversation about art, design, and culture, with your hosts,
Burns,
Mike,
and Jude.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the family. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod. Don't be shy to say hi.
A question about the arts and the craft. If you didn't know, then it's good that you asked. You tune into the culture. This the rule of thirds. If you want to, you could tune at work, yeah. And tell me, does that frame fit good? Does it feel right? You want a still photo for your website, but you want a logo we can design, right? Yeah.
Hello, friends. We watched Nope and discussed the odd spectacle that it was. We also look into the state of the film industry, YouTube boxing, and celebrate the release of A More by Dave Creates. Go stream that now. Enjoy.
I don't know how I don't know. Oh yeah, that was definitely a mistake. I didn't mean to press that. My bad.
Well, we can work with it.
Jesus
Is Lord.
I'm trying to see my soundboard if it working.
So conspiracies of the week.
Oh, okay. Michael is an alien.
Wow.
Speaking of aliens, has anyone watched Nope yet?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we've all watched it, right?
Have you watched it?
I have
Oh my.
now. Yeah.
We're doing this. Okay.
Hey, shout out to my brethren Jade Olivia. Shout out to her.
Oh, go on. Yeah, shout out to that Jay.
Yeah,
We know her too.
come on. Oh yeah, of
So
course.
shout out to my friend.
My friend.
No, our brethren.
Oh,
Sorry.
but yeah, all right.
But I was chatting to her on Insta, yeah, and we're talking about. I think she went to watch the film, and I think her comments are kind of like,
Well, she didn't like it.
yeah, she was like,
The worst movie she's ever
yeah,
seen.
like I'm wasting my time.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the thing is, now that I reflect back on watching that film, I feel like I have wasted my time
Really?
because you know what it is for me. For me, is like,
Damn.
okay, Jordan Peele's a big name, right? And I feel like sometimes because it's a big name,
What, you think he's just like faking it till he make it type vibe?
not I think it's to make it, but it's like we kind of give
We-
people a pass,
Right. You give them more grace because of their
Yeah.
like, status and
Because
title.
you don't get
right?
out us all that,
Mm.
those films slapped in it. But it's like with Nope, I think for me when it's too much like secretive, I've got to try and uncode everything. It does my head in. I just want to know
Man's
what
like, I don't want to
happened.
think. I just want to watch.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think it was like Nahum chapter 3. Chapter,
Yeah.
I don't know, but basically it was a Bible
Oh,
verse.
I thought you'd like that.
No, because I'm a Christian.
I mean, that's a
Do you know how
given,
crazy?
though.
Do you know how crazy the verse was though?
That-
Yeah, the verse was crazy, but it makes sense in the context of the movie, though.
Yeah, like I'll pour my filth or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
I feel,
what was it?
I feel like he
What
might have
was
just
it?
googled that one though.
Um,
He definitely didn't like. Oh, let me.
No, but I
the
feel
scriptures
like
be on my
the
mind.
whole film was based on that scripture.
I will cast abominable filth upon
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Make you vile.
That was the film. And so, sorry, spoiler
So
alert,
the film
spoiler
was
alert,
vile.
spoiler alert. Yeah. Alright. So basically, you know when there's a contrast between the monkey,
Yeah.
basically I think there's a
Yeah.
contrast between the monkey
Mhm.
and that clouds.
In terms of like it being an animal.
Yeah, basically I think those two were like they were linked
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just feel like it was. I wish there was more of a development with the monkey storyline. Like I get what happened, but I feel like it was very unfinished.
Right.
And the correlation between that Asian guy and and what happened to him was
Okay.
I was lost.
Well,
It wasn't that.
Okay,
It wasn't that complicated.
I feel
that
like-
part.
I don't
Okay.
get it.
I feel like what they maybe tried to do was like compare the relationships that like humans have with like animals and like entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how they use these like animals and things for entertainment as well. We said spoiler alert already, so obviously
He's a spoiler, innit?
obviously Jean Jacket
Yeah.
was an extraterrestrial something
Yeah.
that they just wanted to make bank and
Yep.
capture it and do what they could. Their OJ Emerald and like that team.
Mhm.
Whereas what's Glenn? I was gonna say Glenn from The Walking Dead, but I can't remember his character's name.
Glenn from The Walking Dead. Who is? I haven't seen.
the Asian guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Can't
what's his
rem- I
name?
don't- It's
Jay
with a
Young?
J. Well, Glenn from The Walking Dead
Yeah.
with the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I'll find his name after. But like, obviously
Jupe
that's
in
it.
the movie. Yeah, Jupe.
So
Yeah.
Jupe, so his relationship with the monkey. Because at first, when I saw that first clip when it first opened, I was like, oh my gosh,
I love that first
what's gonna
That
happen?
first clip was hard. Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
like, I was so pissed because like Obi and I were like, what's that shoe? Like, because there was a shoe that was just standing.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh, is that gonna be like some spiritual
Yeah.
something?
Yep.
And at first, my initial thoughts were like, okay, maybe that UFO extraterrestrial thing hadn't influenced the behaviors of the animals, and they'd have like a.
That was what I was
That's what I
thinking.
thought.
in the beginning.
yeah,
That's
makes
what I
it
thought
mad.
at first, and then obviously that was not the case.
Nah, it was-
It had no
And
correlation, bro.
My guy just came to swallow up everybody.
Yeah.
But I think it was cool. I think it was interesting to see like those relationships because OJ almost like learned how to play by Jean Jacket's rules, whereas Dupe tried to like
control it.
similar to what happened with the monkey in the
He thought he had
on the
grace
sitcom.
with the
Yeah,
animals.
'cause
He
you
had
know how,
something
like,
special.
You know how the monkey like wanted to spud him, but before the spud could finish, like
Man
he got shot.
Deaded off, yeah.
So, and I was reading like on Reddit, and someone was like, "It's even interesting because we don't even know what would have happened because
That monkey was gonna kill him.
Yeah, you,
He was about to do him in.
and
Yeah.
there was also an interesting point made about like the eyes.
Yeah,
Like
not looking into them and stuff. yeah.
Because he was under the table. This might be English lit, but
This guy,
but he was under the table. But there was like the
little
tablecloth
blind. Yep,
over,
yep.
so the monkey couldn't fully see him. And then obviously, when the monkey was attacking everybody, they were looking at the monkey like eye to eye. So like that comparison with Jean Jacket, and obviously you shouldn't look straight at it because it would just suck you up.
think you a threat, basically.
Yeah. So I think it was the whole like learning how to play by the rules, whereas in other instances people are trying to like do what they could for their own personal gain and like treat the animal however they want to be treated. I think that was an interesting like I guess thing to explore and theme to explore.
Yeah.
It did seem I think because I'm learning with Jordan Peele films, I always assume them to be horror until I get in there.
It's more like psychological.
It's
Yeah,
not,
thriller.
It's thriller. It's
more
not scary.
thriller.
It's not scary.
But I think that's the issue. I think because the films have been marketed in such a way, we place this expectation
that
they
Jordan
have
Peele
to
films are
be
going to be like this, man.
they're gonna be
yeah.
because I think after Get Out, like that, I think that was a perfect balance of like horror and thriller.
that was
Especially
perfect,
like
man.
as black people, like
Yeah.
it's unnerving. Like the first scene, my guy's like walking down the road and there's a car
Yeah.
that's just following him,
Yeah,
and he just gets like abducted.
yeah.
Or even like the drive that Rose and Daniel Kaluuya's character were like taking to get to the place, the music,
Yep.
it was like quite
Even
unsettling.
hitting the deer and stuff like that was kind of
Yeah,
that was
like,
nuts.
oh, okay, things are
Yeah.
happening. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think because of that, and then trying to market other films like that too, because even Candyman as well, even though he didn't direct it, it was Nia DaCosta.
Mhm.
It's still part of like the same. I think Monkey
Paw
production.
production, yeah.
So like, I think because it's always pitched as one thing,
Mhm.
and then when we get there, we kind of we get something else. We're a bit like, oh, this is a bit annoying. This
It's
is
almost
silly.
like we always put too much pressure on the actual film, and it's always a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, because I feel like if we didn't have anything before that, views would have changed.
I feel like people wouldn't have watched it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Fair.
Like I genuinely feel like this film would have gone not under the radar, but people would have just been like, eh. I feel like the marketing for
Really?
this film was saved it in like I
think the marketing was excellent for this film.
I'll be honest,
I
I
agree,
wasn't
I
as
agree. They went all in.
excited to watch it as I was with Us and Get Out.
Right.
But I think it's more so because the themes of Get Out and Us was more so
it's a lot more clear.
clear.
Yeah.
This one was literally everyone's looking up saying nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think, I mean, maybe he tried to make it was a lot more abstract, or what's the word
Yeah,
I'm looking for?
ambiguous.
Ambiguous. Yeah, this one was. And maybe he wanted to do that with this one.
Yeah.
But
I just don't get why the horses were getting swallowed up, because the
Same.
horses were definitely not looking up at the thing. There's no way the horse raised his head and looked up. So that's my question. Is
Yeah,
like,
that's
if
what I
it's
was
the
confused,
if it's the eye thing, then why are the horses getting swallowed up?
Yeah.
Because they're not looking.
maybe that
It's
might-
just
you know,
too
but you know,
random.
sometimes when it just
Really,
catch the
really.
right, catch
What
the
the right
angle.
angle? Like, caught the eye. Like, come on, man.
No, it's funny
It's
because
just too random. Man.
you know when OJ goes into the fair
Mhm.
bit and
Yeah.
it's all just like closed, quiet.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then you just see the horse in the box.
yeah. Just chilling, like
yeah, I'm not coming up.
Like,
nah.
do you reckon the horse is just scared for its life?
Probably
Or
was
like,
saying nope as
I'm
well.
saying
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
with a name like Lucky as well. Yeah, he's got sense, fam. He's got sense.
I think my favorite scene though was when Daniel Kaluuya was in the car.
What, he closed the door?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
looks
nope.
so that thing spinning and said,
Yeah.
nah, G,
Nah,
nope.
Yeah.
Everyone in the cinema was busting up, man.
But
Yeah.
I think they like with suspense because it wasn't really horror, but like the suspense in the film.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Even the part where he went and those three kids were like pranking him.
Fam,
Yeah.
when they were
Ah!
little beacon.
No.
Yeah.
That bit, like,
Yeah.
I was freaked out. I was
I
on
was
the edge.
yeah, oh, yeah, I was like,
and
oh
then
my
it's when you see the face.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you see it
And then more
slowly
pop
stand
out.
up. I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
ah.
Nah.
All of us in the cinema were like,
Yeah.
wait, no,
Sorry.
what the hell? What
Yeah,
the hell?
but
what the
but
hell?
I mean, visually though, it was really
incredible.
yeah,
Incredible.
like the wide angles.
Yeah,
of,
wide
like,
angles were crazy.
Jean jacket above the house.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
even what do you call it? OJ's dad on the horse.
Yeah.
The opening shots where it's like
yeah.
mad wide, and then like even with what I love is that the Panavision cameras with the eyes are the same as the alien head on the kids.
Right.
With the like little black.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool because it's like it was 3 as well. When you like the shot of the monkey and stuff, you see the 3, and then obviously the 3 kids that he had as well. I feel like that was cool. Visually, yes. Story wise, no, you lost me. I can't lie. Like I watched it, I was like, I was
absolutely lost me, mate.
Yeah, I just feel like it wasn't. It could have ended. The story could have ended in 25 minutes.
Yeah,
and I would have got it. I feel like there was a lot of like character development to nothing.
Okay,
because it's like we got to know about Keke Palmer's character
Emerald,
and and then how she kind of left because she didn't she felt resentment for her dad, so on and so forth. So we get that. Then we get OJ's backstory about him being close, but also kind of trying to keep the family heritage alive.
Right.
And then we get to what's the name of the guy, the tech guy?
I can't remember.
With the
Angel.
the crypto guy. But like even that, there was so many parts where it just kind of felt like, okay, are you gonna build on this or like with the girl
even Barbie Ferreira's character as well?
Is that her name? Yeah. When she's like, what happened to OJ?
Yeah,
I thought like, wait, does she know something?
She know something? Is she gonna get involved?
I just thought there's too much unfinished business.
Yeah,
and that's what I didn't like.
But I think there were certain messages. I agree that it wasn't like very closed, like it was quite open. But I did like the messages that were explored in the film, like even the whole idea of my guy, the director, who wanted to he was dying for that. He wanted to die for the shot.
Yeah,
he was like, I just want to die knowing I've actually got the shot I wanted,
which makes no sense.
Which annoyed me because I
can't
thought
see it.
I thought
to swallow the film.
I thought he was gonna do like let me try and record it. If I die, at least the footage will just come down. But obviously his film is gonna crack and be destroyed.
So it's like all pointless. Imagine he literally sacrificed his life for nothing.
But I think it's.
But there must be a deeper meaning to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I think.
What there must be.
No. But like.
Well, obviously there.
Because speaking to because a couple of us we spoke about it afterwards after watching the film. We were like, maybe it's just that some artists have that need to get, because he spoke about something before saying we don't deserve. He said a line about we don't deserve to get the perfect shot.
Something like
something about you can't live. We don't deserve to live or whatever. Something about life and the perfect shot. So when that happened, as confused as I was like, okay, maybe that satisfies his desire as an artist. Maybe he feels like
he's really willing to die.
He's got the thing, and even though it's not out there in the world or it's not for anything, he's satisfied because he's been able to capture that thing. Because I think sometimes as artists, as creative people, there are things that we don't do for show that satisfy us, but it's weird because obviously sometimes people think, why are you gonna record or make something if it's not for the consumption of others? But sometimes it is.
And he was very picky as well. He was like, what are you guys doing? What is it? He was like, he wasn't like, oh, okay, I'm gonna jump on it.
No, he took him time to actually come and do it.
You know, one thing I found quite interesting though is obviously the Jaws references and obviously other movies. There was
even
the
someone Akira.
reference,
I was like, I did not see that, but now it's so clear.
Yeah, it was quite. To be fair, the whole the motorcycle thing was kind of but also it's just interesting because with I think I've spoken about this before about how Jaws was kind of like an open-ended question where people project what. And it was interesting because I feel like, especially with the movie being set in Hollywood, that perhaps the monster is meant to be Hollywood.
Oh.
So maybe if the monster is Hollywood, then it's kind of like the relationship between Hollywood and the individual. So there's conspiracy theorists, obviously, in Hollywood. There's also black people in Hollywood. True. And that whole relationship of the culture being owned by black people.
Yeah.
And perhaps the monster trying to swallow up the culture and saying, this is mine.
Okay.
So that whole idea of trying to kind of keep it to yourself or trying to expose the system. Yeah. Perhaps that could be an angle for it as well.
But I think my problem. Why we have to go from this route?
No, but
I guess film.
you
know with me. You know with me. Some films, maybe it's this kind of person. Some films, bruv, just give me the flipping answer. Yeah. You get? But I guess this is good because now we're having a conversation about what
100%. So, but that's art at the end of the day. The same way we'll go to a gallery and be like,
what's this?
Oh, what does this mean? And we'll come up with different feelings. Or when you're doing English lit in school, the amount of things that we extracted from those books, shout out A-Star GCSE.
What?
I got an A flipping.
I got an A as well.
I got a literature was one of my favorite
bro, you can just talk and justify it. Just say quote. Point, quote, comment.
Remember,
quote, comment.
of Mice and Men,
bro.
Is it Curly's wife?
Yeah, Curly's wife.
When we're talking about the nails and what the nail varnish.
Oh, you
means.
lot doing a lot.
No.
Doing a lot.
That's where my A-star came. Are you mad?
What, seduction.
Seduction, passion.
Even the fact you always wearing red, dangerous, lustful. Lenny's like animal-like. You know, like
when they see
bulls.
red,
You see? Even if I was like Curly's wife, why don't we know her name? Because she's owned.
Oh, talk about male gaze.
Yeah.
I don't miss it.
Nah.
But yeah, I hear that.
But yeah, I was gonna say, adding to your point, Jude, about like a wider commentary to like Hollywood and stuff. I do think, because I was talking to someone about it, and they were saying how it's interesting how like it shows the lengths that people will go to put their lives at risk in order to capture something.
Yep.
Just for their own like fame, just for fame and money. Because realistically, even though yes, we were all rooting for OJ and Emerald, they were doing this so that they could get money.
Oh yeah,
and fame.
They want to show the UFO thing. Basically.
And I think that is a very interesting thing because you've seen what this thing has done to multiple people.
You've
seen what it's done to like a whole group.
But they still want to
people,
take that risk.
But they were willing to go all the way just to get the shot. Even the fact that Emerald thought quickly, okay, let me go to this fair. There's a camera here. That whole bit, I was like, you're a genius.
Yeah.
And
also, them pictures were crisp.
Yeah.
Pictures were crisp.
The what?
And I was smart.
The pictures at the end. It was way too crisp. I don't know what kind of camera they were using because
realistically is
them pictures were crisp. But like also it's interesting how they kind of took ownership of Jean Jacket.
Yeah.
Like they almost made it like to the point where when the guy with the motorcycle comes on, like he comes there, they're like go away, almost like this is ours. But if you really think about it, with the money, the whole money point, even though it's theirs, they're still trying to make money from the same thing.
Because they were like, oh, it's TMZ, it's TMZ.
Yeah, it's TMZ. But it's so interesting because it's like at the end of the day, as much as they're trying to quote unquote protect, they're really just trying to make money.
Of course, they want to be the first.
So maybe perhaps this is the reality of the case that black people who are in the industry trying to make
I'm so done
money of the culture, but really they're trying to act like they're for the culture.
But it is true though.
But that's I mean.
It's true though.
But isn't that what happens, anyway?
No, yeah, of course. But I think it's the perception of, I'm doing this for the greater good.
Oh no,
And
it's
you're
not
not
because
really.
they weren't warning anybody of this
No.
threat. No, and that's the thing throughout the whole film. Nobody was warning, because if that was me, because when they went to say Angel's spot, I thought that Jean Jacket was even going to come
there.
there.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, are you guys going to warn the authorities
don't
or tell
care.
somebody?
Nope.
But like they were like, no, we just really want to get.
They want to get the shot, and
clout.
then they can
and then
figure
they can
out.
do everything after.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it ended the way it did. Maybe because I don't think it was about the danger. It was more about them trying to deal with this phenom and like figure out like what they wanted to do with it and that kind of thing. I think that was the main story, because of course they could have showed like her taking the pictures, going to the press and saying, "Oh, this is what we found," but that wasn't it. Yep. So yeah, sorry, I was gonna say something about what you said about black culture. They did explore really cool themes. Obviously, black cowboys.
Yes.
I love the whole like black Yeehaw agenda, like from Solange doing it in When I Get Home in that visual. I know, like
Harder to Fall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Incredible film.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That's what happens when you're a deadbeat dad.
I needed to see that. I need to see that film again though.
Yeah.
Because I remember there were certain shots. When I was watching, I wasn't really watching it.
Fair enough.
And I think that's the kind of film that you really need to,
sit
down and actually.
That's the second.
Everyone was
the film
acting
is just,
their
this is the second time they've done the same film.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Really?
kind of like a reboot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remake,
the
yeah.
original
Wow.
had like most Yasin Bey,
What?
Erica Badu.
I guess I'll
like,
be watching this.
Yeah, it's on YouTube somewhere. Like,
I
yeah.
think you've told me about
Yeah.
this before, because I remember searching for it
Yeah?
after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as good, but
Yeah.
it's definitely
There's
interesting.
a group of women. I feel like there's a lot of women in it.
There were a bunch of like a lot of celebrities. That's for sure.
Rosario Dawson.
Rosario
maybe?
Dawson, yes, she was in there.
Okay,
Yep,
I remember
yep,
seeing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was incredible. Everyone's acting like their butts off. The fact that Dion Cole, I think it's Dion Cole, from Grownish, and Blackish, Andre's like best friend in the agency. He's quite unserious. When I realized later on in the film it was him, I was like, oh,
you didn't. Oh, right.
I didn't know at first, and then I was like, no, the resemblance is and I was like, oh, this is him. But like the range in acting and stuff, because obviously like does more comedy stuff, like, but yeah, it's cool to see like those like nods to like history back then. Obviously what they mentioned, Emerald was like, oh, the first animal I think captured, moving animal or something to do with that.
With the black jockey.
Jockey, does anyone know who this black jockey is? So I guess for me, might be doing English lit again, but I was like, oh, this is their way of like putting themselves like back in the conversation in regards to another cultural moment, and like reclaiming history in a sense.
Because obviously the director is the one who's kind of getting like everybody remembers the director, not the actual. Who remembers the first?
Because it's mad. You're thinking like this is a horse on film, but no one's thinking like who's the person riding the horse on film. So a nice way for them to like involve themselves in a historical moment.
I agree.
Which supersedes like Earth, because this is a extraterrestrial thing. And stuff, but yeah, very interesting film. But I feel like he's probably going to be doing more films like this, though.
I hope not.
Oh,
man's a nope.
It's interesting though, because like you have like TV shows like Atlanta, where I feel like we're seeing a lot more black people because the spaces are there. Too, who are making some pretty like out there, surrealist, ambiguous work. Because even the most recent season of Atlanta, a lot of people are like, what is the meaning?
I feel like people who didn't like this season don't really like Atlanta.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because...
Have you watched the bands?
I've watched the first season, but I didn't really finish it.
Fair enough.
Right.
The reason why I say that is because I feel like a lot of people are there for, excuse my language, the ratchetness of black shows.
Okay.
And they don't want to dive any deeper. And not to say the show is meant to be anything that you dive so deep and start to break down. You can if you want to. Half of it is nonsensical in the sense that it's meant to be like this, like almost like Dadaist, like is just nonsense for the sake of it, and that's what it purposely is. But a lot of people say, oh, they don't really like the new season because it's too weird.
Yeah,
it's like. Season 1 was weird. Season 2 they were all weird. But I feel like with season 1 and 2, there was a bit of a narrative with the himself and
them like trying to make it
the
out.
Family. And like, so I feel like because of that, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I get it. At least it's a story." But if you really look underneath just the story, half of it was just like crocodiles and like you know what I'm saying, the Migos.
Oh my god, though, the crocodile.
Like there's
episode.
the Michael Jackson, like was it Percy? What's his name? Something weird name. Like fam, there's so much weirdness. Him getting lost in the woods.
I love that. That's my favorite.
You know, so it's like the weirdness is there. I just feel like now because it's center staged in Europe, it makes it that much more weirder.
Yeah.
You know, but like I agree. There is a lot of like black surrealist art that's coming out. And I think it's cool because we sometimes, especially now, I think people are very tired of just seeing the same narratives about like slavery. Right. And, you know, we shall overcome.
Stop, man.
Yeah, so it's good to kind of see like ourselves outside of that context of like, I'm in pain.
Oh, I the reason I like mentioned those shows as well, because I feel like we need shows like this in order to like push things forward, because how else are we gonna kind of give other people the freedom? Because I think there's like freedom and like permission, like, or like other people saying like, oh, okay, Jordan Peele's make this, I can make my thing.
Yep.
Like I have a friend, my friend Betty, shout out to Betty. She is into like sci-fi and stuff, and she wants to write like a sci-fi like series. But like obviously sometimes people, like some other people, let's say if she was to pitch it to certain people, they'll be like, oh, but do black people like sci-fi stuff?
Yeah, of course.
And I think
we do. I think it's just more so we can't relate to some of the sci-fi that may be out there.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're using. They're using that to gauge how black people react to it. But it's even if I can't lie, them numbers are always biased because the population in the UK, for example, if you're going to use the UK and say who's interested in, and you check the numbers, and it's like, of course, it's not going to be that much because we're not even that much here. So it's always a bias, like, you know.
Yeah, but like, part of me is like, it's like if it's like sci-fi and aliens, then like surely like it shouldn't relate to any. Like,
it shouldn't be a race.
Like,
it's not real. It's not real.
It's not real.
So everyone should be able to like suspend disbelief to some degree.
Yeah, but they'll put that pressure on the director to say, if you're the director and you're black, then you're serving your audience.
Yeah. So it's a weird one for both sides, because thinking of people like Jordan Peele or like Donald Glover, like the execs may be telling you, oh, we don't want you to go a bit too far because you'll lose people, but then the audience are now saying, we don't like this ambiguous, too open-ended stuff because we just don't get it. And I feel like maybe that stops us from maybe going or exploring new things or like being more open to like checking new things out. Because films like what's this film by Jack Black and another guy, and they like go to hell and it's like rock music.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time my friend, because my friend loves Jack Black, Josh.
Is that not in VR?
No, it's like from back in the day. I was in year 8.
Oh, seen.
They got a song, This Is a Tribute. This is gonna annoy me. But
I'll
thank
find
you.
it. Go ahead.
But yeah, like films like that, like I never in a million years would have watched something like that. But I watched it and I was like, okay, it's okay, it's cool, it's interesting. But like other creatives from different demographics, Cough White, Fenty Zero, are allowed.
Fenty Zero.
Not finished.
They're allowed to make a variety of things, and like the critiques can be whatever. People, you know what we spoke about, Grace. Like, I don't know if you spoke about it during the pod or before. No, we did, like, earlier on this episode.
Grace.
Like, giving people grace because they're...
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We will exercise grace with certain people because, like, okay, that's just what they do. But I think sometimes we can be a bit more... we can be harsher critics of our own just because they're our own. And maybe because our reference points are a bit more, like, closed.
Yeah.
Or not as, you know, varied.
I agree. Wait, was it Tenacious D?
That's it.
Yeah.
The
I know it's
pick of destiny.
Yeah, Yeah. No, it makes sense though. I think it would be cool if people kind of like open up that. Yeah.
Because like there's some like the film that you recommended. I still need to watch it, even though I'm scared.
Which one?
The one.
Why are you scared to watch it?
Our last recommend. Have you seen did you see the poster and did you see the trailer?
Which one was this?
What Jude recommended, like the last recommendations that we did.
Oh, no, I'm watching that. Was it when it's like where people?
Yeah,
I'm watching that.
a lot of them. Even
the anime?
And if it's anime.
Both the anime one from back, and then this
one.
recent one.
That one looks spooky.
I was just looking at images. I said, "What?"
That one looks spooky.
Wait, is it Kuso?
Maybe.
Wait, I sent you Kuso to watch. Kuso's a great film by Flying Lotus.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, the Flying Lotus one. There's another like anime one, and the third, the most recent
the
recommendation.
anime one is Paprika.
Yeah, Paprika.
Yeah,
That's
I was like,
oh, Holy Mountain.
that's it.
No, you love it. You will absolutely love Holy Mountain.
But I was like, again, it reminded me like, oh, my reference points are not as wide as I may think they
Michael,
are.
you will absolutely love. You will
I
adore
saw
it.
and I was just there like, this is what you do.
Nah, honestly, you both of you
Okay.
would absolutely love it, just
Okay.
because I think it's. So you know how Jordan Peele's Nope is very ambiguous
Right.
and it's
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
gives you a lot of room to kind of like
interpret.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is. It almost gives you the opposite effect, but also kind of the same effect at some points because it's almost
Okay.
like so in your face with everything. Like this is this,
Right.
Yeah.
and you know the symbols and the signs and the shapes, and so you get what it is.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's very open ended to the point where it's like when you get to the end, I love the ending so much, but I can't spoil it. But the ending will make you be like, "What the hell did I just watch?"
Right.
And then it will rephrase everything that you've seen.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. I like stuff like that.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I'm saying like it's really good.
Right.
Like when I tell you, like it will actively like change how you view things, like creatively. It'll make you.
Wife.
Yeah, I would say for me it
Right,
did. For me,
right.
I feel like it really made me kind of like push.
Okay, I'm watching it this weekend.
Yeah, no, you should. It'll make you.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll do a review.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, we should.
Okay.
Yeah, Holy
So-
Mountain. If for
Okay.
anyone who's listening who wants to go watch it, yeah,
Yeah, this
Holy
bank
Mountain.
holiday. Oh, I mean, it'll be past, but
Yeah.
next weekend. But
Yeah.
cool. Because like I like films like that.
Yeah.
That make you. Or I like films with big ideas.
Yep.
And
Yep.
seeing how they
Yep.
execute it. I
Yep.
think going in a different direction. That's why I love like films like Tenet like so much. I know a
Tenet's
lot
amazing,
of people.
Yeah.
Like,
Tenet-
oh no,
Tenet-
Christopher
Tenet-
Nolan, you're too ambitious. What the hell is this?
Tenet is another
That
note.
film? Yeah,
Well,
yeah, exactly. The
I'll be
minute,
honest with
the
you,
minute
it is.
Burns was like, "What's the meaning of this?" I was like, "Oh, I was gonna ask you if you liked Tenet,
Yeah.
but like,
No, I actually like Tenet,
Yeah.
but I think for me, Tenet was a good like what happened
right,
because I think because it was so chaotic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it
No, I
left me-
absolutely get
it
it.
left me at a high. Nope, left me at a
Yeah.
low.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, Nope was kind of like, okay,
It wasn't like action or anything,
Right,
so
right,
at least it didn't
right.
compensate.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you
Ten-
know what?
ten-
It
was
wasn't action. You were not on the edge of your seat when Kiki Palmer was on the motorbike.
no.
Wow,
I I can't lie.
Wow.
That was-
When that thing was spreading and expanding and became something else, because it went from a spaceship to
I was
something.
I was on the edge of my seat when obviously OJ was like running from
Yeah,
that
his
point.
life.
But like when Kiki, and also the whole like pointing at the eyes and pointing at Kiki, I saw that coming like
Yeah, it was
from
a bit,
miles away. So I was just kind of like, yo, he's gonna do it, isn't he? Yeah, he's gonna do it. Oh, he does. Oh, he did it. Oh.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, but no, I liked it. I just feel like Tenet is a different monster.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh, that's why I loved it though.
yeah,
Because
okay, I'll tell you this. Tenet is for it's like the equivalent of people who love to break down what do you call it? Rap schemes and like
Yeah.
metaphors and similes and all
Yeah.
he's like, oh, did you hear how he said 5-4 and then he said 4-5 and then
too much.
yeah, like
Don't finish me.
that's for people
Yeah,
who
no,
like
man,
that kind of
yeah.
thing.
I swear that's from like a Vox thing.
Oh,
that
is
you
it?
just mentioned. Yeah, sorry, I'm going my mind anyway.
Okay.
Ignore me.
Yeah, but like people who love that kind of thing
Mm.
would love the kind of breakdowns of like
Right.
but then obviously there's people who just like, oh, I love the beat, I love the vocals.
Yeah.
Those are people who just want to
Like
watch.
Megan
Yeah, they want to
Stallion
watch
beats.
like a Michael Bay movie, like
Right.
you know what I'm
Sweet.
saying, like Transformers,
Right,
and
right.
just see
But, like,
action and like.
Even the story, because I know loads of people are like, oh, John David Washington's a terrible actor, but like my guy's role
I
was
can't like he wasn't the greatest actor in that particular movie.
for me. I guess like I justified it because I was like, your name's the protagonist. We're actually not supposed to know who you are. You're not supposed to really have personality like
Yeah.
that because you're dead.
Yeah,
Technically, you have
fair
no
enough.
identity. But then obviously people are like, oh, but if he's all of this, then how can he form some kind of relationship like with this woman, and why does he want to like save her so badly and stuff?
Mm,
But then, so I was like, okay, I can understand both sides.
that film was long as well.
It
Just
was
deep in.
3
Jesus
almost
Christ.
3 hours.
Yeah, that film was way.
film
And I
too
watched
long.
it twice in one day.
Yeah,
I
man.
left it.
Yeah,
I went to
look
the
at this
IMAX.
by breaking
no,
down
no.
numbers,
I
similes,
went
metaphors.
to one cinema. Was
You
it
bring
IMAX?
your iPad, yeah, to write notes.
No, I couldn't
Oh.
because with that film,
That-
it
that
was
film
one of
was one
those
for
that
notes,
like
though.
I was trying to understand it,
Mm.
and then I think they even said in the film like you can't just feel. You don't even try to understand.
I hate
just
when people
feel.
do that. Like, don't tell me not
No,
what
no,
to do.
but like
what do you mean I should do? I just feel.
The
What do you mean?
No, the
Doesn't make
concept is so large, like so grand that I was
Yeah.
like, my brain. I can feel my brain breaking.
I feel like
but by the end-
visuals. But the thing is, the story was.
I thought the story was amazing.
I feel like the story is okay, but the visuals help the story go further.
Right.
Just because that whole backwards rewind.
Yeah, no, that was impressive.
Yeah, I feel like that's the spectacle of the
Yeah.
movie. It's not like I'm not against
But-
thinking, wow, this story I've never heard this story in my life
True,
before.
but I think when you think about the context of like the time inversion thing,
Yeah.
it puts the story of the movie in a fresh context.
Mm.
Because while he's going forward,
The other one.
it's almost like everything's going backwards to
it's a
like
loop almost.
yeah. But like even Neil's character, for example,
Mhm.
he's from the future.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
even when they were in I think India, and they were sitting and he was like I clocked it the second time. He's like, oh, the waiter was like, what would you like to drink? And he was like, oh, I'll have this and he'll have a Coke. And he was almost like, how
How do you?
know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, oh, trust me, like I know. And he said something like, oh, well, like good friends or like made a
Yeah.
comment like that.
Yeah.
And I was
Wait,
just
hold
like,
on. He's not from the future. He's from the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's
Because-
it'll be the protagonist's future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was gonna say, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm saying like it's all confusing.
My
innit?
brain. 'Cause my brain's already
Ah.
started to shut down.
But it's like
Let's go on to some lighter topics. My brain is actually kind of last right now. But talking about media and entertainment.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't really watch this kind of stuff. But yesterday I came across. So KSI is fighting 2 people in one night today. We're making a podcast. In the
wait,
O2.
what?
Sorry.
Yeah. So basically,
How's that even physical?
This
YouTubers have started like this
this
boxing thing.
YouTuber
innit?
to boxer pipeline is very annoying.
It's interesting because basically when I was listening to the press conference, they were saying that people feel like this YouTube boxing stuff is essentially making watering down boxing, making it not like
Right.
as rated.
Right.
But they were saying that actually a lot of young people don't
get-
watch boxing.
They are getting into it now.
So
for
actually
sure.
now, seeing these YouTube boxers, you watch. Okay, let me see the actual real fighters, how they do their thing.
No one's doing that.
You don't
No,
think so?
no. Like I kid you not, numbers for KSI and Logan Paul
He saw that
through
O2,
the
bro.
through the roof.
No, true. But
Tickets as well.
But they're YouTube. But I'm saying no one's saying, because I've seen Logan Paul and KSI, I'm gonna start doing history and figure out all the
No,
boxes.
but like it's a strategy.
It'll
Like
put you-
it's a
it'll put you on.
strategy that they will use because the same thing with like F1, like
Yeah.
because from work, like, I remember like people saying like they were trying to make F1 more accessible. So I think they did the Netflix documentary
Yeah.
that got
And
loads of
a
an
lot of
American
man, a lot of man
audience.
started
Like,
watching it from
it
that.
may not seem it because we're not the target or whatever, but like
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
don't know.
convinced. He's like,
You're not
it's
convinced.
like boo.
that, like, I'm just saying, like a 13-year-old playing Fortnite, watching Logan Paul and KSI fight is not gonna be like, let me go and start doing research on Muhammad Ali.
You'll be surprised.
I'm
though.
so sorry.
No,
I don't
not-
believe that.
not-
I don't
no,
believe
not
that.
necessarily Muhammad Ali, but like, oh, Anthony Joshua. What's he saying?
Bismillah. That's what he's saying.
You're But I think naturally you'll be like, oh, okay, like, because you'll know also, okay, these guys aren't like real boxers. Like, who are real
Nah.
boxers?
Because I can't lie.
You're giving away too much.
No,
even,
I
even
can't
me,
lie.
even me as an
'Cause
example, yeah. I was watching that thing. Yeah, I went to go watch Mayweather highlights after that.
Yeah, no, but you're different. Like, no,
Fair enough.
You're not like
The youths,
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you're not the person who watches KSI and Logan, like
No,
is it
no,
Logan
no.
Paul,
Logan
or Jake
Paul, yeah.
Paul?
Logan, I think it's
Both
either,
of them
one
do
them.
boxing.
Yeah.
Both of them
So
do
like,
boxing.
I'm saying the people who watch Logan Paul and Jake Paul and
But
then KSI, these people they are going there because of the back and forth that they've been having, and then this is the antithesis of everything. Like, oh, okay, now there's a fight.
No, but like,
But they're not there because these are like trained professionals who just want to have a random fight.
no,
as
but
fight.
sometimes
It'll,
because
it'll
that's
make
how.
it'll make you intrigued because now if you watch the fight and the fight is it's kind of
Meaty.
meaty,
Yeah.
you might be like, oh, let me pre something then.
Nah, you
Because
No,
even
it's
UFC,
true.
for example,
It's
I wasn't
true.
really a UFC head. I'm
Bro.
still not. Yeah.
yeah. So
But I saw one. I think his name is Leon Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's an
Fam.
actual fighter.
The kick they gave to my man's head.
But he's an actual fighter. But I'm saying like that's a legit like UFC.
I know, but
fight.
that's because I've been watching other stuff that has
Yeah,
put me
and
onto-
sometimes there's overlap as well. Like Logan Paul and Mayweather had a fight together.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. If let's say you see I don't know Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know Kid Cudi. They suddenly decide they want to go and do a UFC fight.
I'm
I'll
watching
watch
that.
it. Are you mad?
I'm paying to watch that.
So the question is,
I
when you,
won't
when
pay
you
you,
finish
but
watching
yeah.
that, you're telling me you're gonna be like, wow, that fight was so trash. Let me go and watch highlights
okay.
of a real UFC.
Think
fight.
about it this way. Think about the
You're
algorithm.
doing that,
No,
but
think
you're
about
not
the
doing
algorithm.
that.
But,
Algorithm.
like, it's your
On your
way-
side, it'll be recommended.
Look, the same way that.
But
okay,
it's not by choice. Nah, that's
no, no, no,
different,
no, bro, like,
man.
the same way like advertising is not that effective in like the reality. Like they say like out of house advertising like is like what 0.something% or
Right.
3%.
Right.
But they will still invest because at least some people,
people gonna- yeah.
will go and check out the product. The same with
I hear
Instagram
it.
ads, YouTube ads. Have you ever clicked on a YouTube video and seen an ad and clicked on the product like, yeah, I want to buy it?
I can't lie, I have. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
What? Like, what's come up that you've actually
I think
clicked?
it was like a filter for a lens,
Okay, that's different. But like,
and then there was one for what do you call it? It was a music video.
oh, okay, yeah, same. Music
Yeah.
videos sometimes I click. But like, think about the amount of ads you've seen on YouTube
Yeah.
and the amount of ads you've clicked for to check out the product.
No, I hear you. I hear
Yeah,
you.
so like sometimes
hear
there
you.
will always be that like drip feed of some people going to check it out, and that is something. So
Yeah, but you see, I get what you're saying.
mm,
You see, but that's a product, innit? That's a specific product. With UFC or boxing,
mhm.
it's not like, oh, if you watch this match, you can go straight to this website and everything that you need to know
Yeah.
in boxing is there. No one's gonna do that. Like perhaps you go out, like Ben was saying, you watch some highlights here and there.
yeah,
But these highlights are by people who've just put highlights together on their own
exactly.
YouTube channel.
But that's still feeding an interest
Yeah.
somewhat to like the sport.
So you generally feel like people are gonna like because of like KSI and
I'm not
Logan
saying-
Paul
I'm not-
are
I'm not saying
they're not the
they're
reason.
gonna change the game.
But it's a trigger point.
Don't
I
say
I
that.
feel like it's just a trigger point. And even on when I was watching it on is it DAZN they call it
Yeah,
DAZN.
Yeah.
Call it DAZN. So when I was watching it, they were even advertising Canelo's fight that's
Right.
coming up. So it's like I think it is a way to draw people in.
No, I
It's a-
hear that,
it's an
yeah.
advertising play. But I think at the same time though, I think I don't know. It's interesting the way our world is moving at the moment. Is like to make money, you basically have to.
It's a parody of itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird.
I was
Definitely.
thinking about this yesterday that it seems like now everything is literally just advertisement and product placement.
Yeah.
Influencer marketing is advertising
yeah.
and product
Everything,
placement.
yeah.
In media, like what series was I watching? Only Murders in the House
Oh my days on Disney.
on Disney.
Oh.
With Selena Gomez.
It's good.
Yeah,
I'm on
I was-
episode 3.
I was impressed.
Slow burner for me, though, man.
Yeah.
I'll be
Oh,
honest
see?
with you.
Okay.
I don't like Selena Gomez's character, but
Yeah,
the
character's
seri-
a bit.
yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
but iPad they have MacBook, they
Bro.
have. iPhone, they
Clear
have.
play.
Watch,
Apple.
they have. But I'm like, this is not an Apple show, so I'm confused as to why there's so much Apple. Like,
Yeah,
products
it's
in the
on
thing.
Disney. Like, it's literally, if you watch that thing on Only True something on Apple TV.
Mhm.
Only true.
Oh, what's it called? It's like a crime podcast kind of vibe.
Oh,
yeah, with,
oh,
I know
Octavia Spencer's character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spencer, yeah.
Is season 3? Like, has it?
I've
dropped?
been,
I
I've
can't
been
like
season
after like
2.
second season, I think I gave. Was the second season I gave up?
I watched the first one, but I
but
don't think I
that
watched the
thing,
second.
yeah, the product placement,
Bro, even the morning
was
show as well.
disgusting.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
It's actually disgusting.
everywhere. But again, it's on
I hear that.
Apple's like network, so I get
Yeah.
it. But still,
Like
But-
all the channels do it. I know Hulu do that a lot.
mm,
In the shows, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you should go stream it on Hulu." Like they're just in passing
Yeah,
the conversation.
Yeah.
Netflix do that as well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
but I think it just goes to show that even podcasting, like Squarespace, on how many podcasts will you hear?
Mm.
Oh, I made my website on
On-
Squarespace,
yeah.
and it just seems like money now just seems to be the way that you can promote this product
Yeah,
or advertise this thing.
it's kind of sad,
Mm.
but also it's like, who was it? I think was it Matt Damon? I
Oh,
know
we're
if it
talking
was-
about cinema.
Yeah, talking about how like basically
Oh.
like because of how the world is moving. A lot of
Was he
people
talking
are-
about like streaming and like
Yeah,
Yeah,
how,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
was
yeah.
it on that chili
Streaming,
thing?
yeah, Hot
Yeah.
Ones. He was
Hot
like,
Ones.
How,
That was-
how streaming is killing cinema. But
That was sad though.
at
It
the
was.
same time, I was like, well, it just means that the method is outdated, and you just need to find a new way to make
I don't
money.
think it was
Nah,
my
you
method. I
see-
think it's more so the type of movies they're making.
Yep, you're not allowed to make movies like even like Nope.
I,
for
I,
example.
agree, I
Yeah.
agree.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's much more difficult to make a movie like Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like until you are like a Jordan Peele, you can't
Right.
just go and make a
No,
Nope.
no.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Whereas before, people would actually take risks because the return of like, oh, it going to DVD and
I
that
agree,
whole
I
long,
agree.
it's very like for 5-6 years you can be pulling money in
Yeah.
because you've stretched it out.
Mm.
Now you put it on streaming, people watch it once, no one's gonna put it on DVD anymore.
Right,
No.
No one's gonna buy it anywhere else because you're streaming, you're paying that $12.99 or whatever, and that's
But we said this about like CDs and vinyl with
Mhm,
music,
mhm.
and I know music is different to film because you
Mhm.
consume it in a different way and a lot more.
Yeah.
But like now, a lot more people, depending on like how much they love the artist,
Yeah.
will definitely buy vinyl. People that don't own vinyl players are buying vinyl.
Yeah, I got
Facts.
my- I got
So
vinyls.
I do feel like there's a way to look at it that they just have to find out a different way of doing things.
What, start buying posters of like that?
Maybe.
Nah, no, it's
No, but like, no, maybe not posters, but like, for example, I know it's different because it's A24,
Mhm.
but A24, I know they're more of like an art house.
Yeah,
But
they're more
they,
incubated.
They're like a
They do everything in
yeah,
there.
like they have posters, they have books, they have
vinyl from like the music of the
yeah,
show.
they have
Yeah.
bloody like
Yeah.
trays.
The Green
and
Knight.
stuff.
Oh, the Green Knight. So
mm.
beautiful.
Mm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like only an A24 can do that kind
Yeah.
of thing and get away with it.
But they're
mainstream is
I swear
impossible.
they're independent.
Yeah,
and
they are.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know they were like New York based as well.
Oh.
But like they started off small, but they're responsible for like very good films, very
Yep.
good quality films. Even like Moonlight, I know like the budget wasn't like crazy,
Mm.
but like that did bits.
Yep.
Obviously, like won like awards and stuff too, and a lot of their films have won awards.
Mhm, mhm.
So when I know obviously it takes an initial investment, and because of like large studios, they can put like 25 million,
Easy,
100
yeah,
million,
yeah.
75 million into these films, but I do feel like it's a way that there might be a new way to look at things in order to make a better return,
I hear that. Okay.
or like stagger. I know like obviously Disney do like the staggered release of okay with Marvel films, put them out, and then a couple months later we're gonna put them on Disney Plus.
yeah.
But then
yeah.
because of the way the ecosystem works, obviously we're creating all of these shows. All of these shows relate to the films, so
you kind of have to.
you
keep
kind
up.
of have to
Yep.
keep up with
Yeah.
everything,
like
and that
if-
will force you to go to the
What
cinemas.
was the film that we watched? It was there was one film. Was it? No, it wasn't. No, it was Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Where people were there like, what's happening? If you didn't watch WandaVision,
for real.
or you didn't watch,
And people still went, even though they did not watch WandaVision. But now,
but it's because that's the culture, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the culture is go and watch a Marvel
yeah,
film.
yeah.
Do you know
But
what I mean?
now, like, they will go back to watch all of the
To,
series
to keep up and
to
figure
keep
out
up.
everything. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
even now, I haven't watched Agents of Shield or like Daredevil.
Yeah, but that's
Daredevil,
out.
all of
I
them.
mean, we
No,
ain't
I've
but
never,
like-
I've never watched
No,
Guardians of the Galaxy
but
in my
like
life.
they're like Daredevil's coming back, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, all of them. Man,
Wait,
are
you have?
coming
Oh, you
back
haven't
too.
seen?
Luke
I haven't seen
Cage.
Nah, I
So,
don't know about Luke Cage.
I
I can't like. I really love Luke Cage.
I love Luke Cage.
I've heard
But
good
why,
things.
why do people not like Luke Cage?
Because the second season was corny as hell, man.
Apparently, yeah, I heard.
It was so
similar things.
corny. He was talking about like rapping. Yeah, like he was going too far, man. It got. First season was great though. Very,
But like
very
now, I'm going to go back to watch all of that
great.
in order to get a better understanding because I don't want to miss out anything. And I feel like that is
I see.
like Disney / Marvel's way of making.
You.
Bank.
Yep.
So they've built universes, even with like they do it. They have so many things now. Star Wars as well. The amount of series and films
Star Wars,
is incredible.
Yep.
There's
but
a
like-
lot of series coming out. I've seen a lot of adverts for Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
and-
Rings as
Yeah,
well.
like-
Yep. Even Game of Thrones.
See?
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
So I
Yeah.
feel like that's probably like
The
where
new-
the new thing. Like it's really like world and universe building. Like even
Yeah.
Power and Stars.
Oh yeah. Shout out to 50, man.
Yeah,
guys,
like
50 is funny though.
I think
man.
that's where
He
like
done his thing.
that's
still.
where it's at the moment.
That
But
makes a lot of sense.
But it's sad that obviously I know Matt Damon was talking about certain films in his time
Mhm.
that I might have never watched but I should probably check it out. But yeah, like it's just different. But he's acting like he himself is not making bank and he himself hasn't got the money to make these movies.
I hear-
the
I hear
thing
what
is,
you're
when he was
saying.
talking in an interview, man was acting like he was broke.
No, but I feel like
I was thinking, you're not us.
His soul was broken. Like you could tell, like
He loves the art.
I hear it.
yeah,
I guess that,
it wasn't about the money for him.
It's about the art.
is it the whole like Martin Scorsese thing of like, oh, the death of
Yeah, I feel like, and similar to even like going back to the movie Nope and the director in that movie. Like, there's some people who are they don't care about the money.
yeah.
They're more like, okay, cool, the money's come now. I've experienced all the money. I've got the millions. I've bought my houses. I've bought the cars, so on and so
Nice,
forth.
yeah.
Now it's like I want to focus on the thing that brought me here in the first place. The
Right,
thing that
right.
made me fall in love with this whole thing. And some people are genuinely like, yeah, they've got all the money. It's like it's nothing to them. Now they genuinely like care again.
Right.
They're like, rah, what are we saying? Like,
Yeah.
are we trying to like do this thing or are we just gonna keep it how it is? You know? And like it's painful to see because you can tell when someone's heart is broken on
Yeah.
screen. But like I also get it. Like we're never gonna have those one-offs of like movies. Now you're saying we have to build worlds and stuff. People have to be overly invested in series. Like some like Memento. I don't know if you've seen Memento.
yeah,
You can just go and watch that and it's a complete movie.
on its own.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like, wow, this is a great movie, and that's it. You're not thinking, oh, there's gonna be a part 2. Or like, oh, I have to watch the prequel.
But,
or,
but
you
what
know
I'm saying
what
also like those films give you the revenue to make other stuff.
True.
So like,
But like a movie like Memento, I don't know how well it will perform today.
I feel like it would be really. I feel like it would be like a moderate success because I don't think the budget for that film was that high.
Mm,
Like, so if that was like what up to like I don't know 10, 20 million
Yeah.
dollars, and obviously there's like promotion and stuff, so I don't know how much these things cost. But
yeah.
like a film like that, I think because of the plot, loads of people nowadays, especially like they wanna. If it's something that'll get you thinking, I feel like they'll be happy to like go. I was like, I don't like this,
Yeah.
but like that's the type of film. Christopher Nolan as well. It's not as open because the way it summarizes at the end. It's one of those when you get to the end, you're like, wow, what a concept! Like a
Yeah.
smart way to like
Yep.
go about it and stuff. I just love how Christopher Nolan, the way he's explored time.
He loves his
Beautiful.
but also I think also it's interesting. I guess people aren't spending as much money on like marketing for movies and like things
Yeah.
as they would have back in the day,
True.
where you'd have to do TV placements,
Yep.
posters.
Did they spend as much money on
Yeah,
marketing?
racks.
They were
Because
spending.
okay,
they
it
were spending
depends on what
crazy
films.
money.
Because I think about Jaws, for example,
Mhm.
and that's just a poster. I mean, obviously, I don't know what time period you're speaking about, but
Yeah.
there was a time period where it was literally just
Just
you
like
just get one illustrator.
yeah. But again, think about like newspaper advertising.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
amount
oh,
of,
yeah,
like,
to be honest, yeah, that-
across
yeah,
the
yeah.
states,
And then
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
cinema cost as well.
Yeah,
But then
yeah,
you have to
racks.
pay, like you have to put in the cinema,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they charge you a fee,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And then like production of CD,
Yeah.
CD cover,
Yeah.
printing the plastics, everything,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
right.
then shipping. Now it's like, okay, you got the movie put on Netflix,
Yeah.
and then they do the advertising and incubate
That's
like
true, actually.
situation. So I
This-
guess
this-
maybe
this
that
Even
does
thing-
cost
this
of like
maybe-
making the material
Exactly.
to like
I was thinking
distribute
about
it.
it, yeah.
Was
Maybe the
gone.
people that actually damaged it was the DVD guys.
Hey, you might be onto something though.
Because
You might be
think
onto
about it.
something.
That was the start when we realized that this art got cheapened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because now, think about it. There was a time
Hey,
when
you're right, you
everybody
know.
was getting like,
Because you think about CD as well. for
But was
music.
it cheapened though? Because
It
like,
was
what-
cheapened.
No, think about
man's
cine-
getting bare
how
movies for
much?
£1.
How much? No, but how much was cinema tickets back in the day? Because they definitely weren't the £10.
It
or, like,
was
the
about a
£15
CD.
that
It,
they
it,
weren't
it was about
today.
a price of a CD.
A cinema ticket.
Yeah.
I would have thought a cinema ticket was like just up to $5.
When the
What were you
UK,
thinking
back
about the
then.
30s or something? Like,
Okay,
like
when did
$5.
Okay, when did Jaws come out?
ooh,
70s, 80s?
yeah,
I would have thought like around that time. I know there's like inflation and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But like, okay, it probably wouldn't have cost too much to go to the
Yeah,
cinema.
75. It came
'Cause,
out
like,
75.
Everybody was going to, and to be fair, like I think now because there's so many more things that we can do. I don't. I guess I'm trying to gauge like, did people go to the cinema more back then?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that they're definitely. I think with the cinema now, where we are at is a place for social gatherings, and a place for I see it as a therapeutic experience as well. A lot of people like going to a room, like when you go to View or something, they got that not little voice, big voice that's like, oh, turn off your phone now. Blah, blah.
Isn't
Like,
that my thingy Boyega?
John Wayne, no,
Yeah.
no, he's in
got
it,
another
but
one.
it's another one. That's before. I know exactly
Oh,
what
so
you're talking about.
yeah.
The one where
Or-
he's running.
With the
He's
hairline.
like, and it's
Yeah,
like-
that hairline.
Or Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Nicole Kidman one. Oh my god.
Wait, have you not seen the one of her like in the blue like sparkling suit?
No.
It's so funny because like I didn't realize. So Odeon are owned by AMC.
Oh,
in
okay.
America.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I remember like on the TL just seeing like there's a guy stood up in the cinema room just like
Oh.
attention. So it was like, oh, this is how we salute our queen when we go to like the
cinema. Oh my god.
So the because there's like a little reflection in like a puddle of like AMC, but in the UK they put the Odeon in there.
Okay.
And so like she goes like, oh yeah, cinema is that's not an Australian accent, but I can't remember what she says.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says all of that like in the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
But like yeah, sorry, random something.
But,
Don't
yeah,
know what I
but
said.
like the fact that we can go to the cinema and then we just hear that voice and
right.
everything just becomes
experience.
Is an experience still, and it's like I think that's why cinema won't die yet.
I agree.
It might die.
You
The-
think so?
No, it could die.
No, I
Things
feel like
change.
I don't think it ever will until we can get that kind of surround sound and that size.
And
of
it's
screen in
coming.
your yard
It's coming.
at an affordable price.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, I'm looking at the prices for movie tickets. So this is the dollars, so it's
Right.
American, isn't it? In the 2000s, it was from $5 to $7. 2012, it was from $7 to it's basically $7. 2011, it was probably the highest, which was like up to $8.
But
Yeah.
even now, View cinema, View.
You can get it's like
£6.99.
yeah, exactly.
That's only
Is-
you
is-
though, because everywhere else is more than 10.
Yeah, okay, but for
true.
example, I
And
went
go
to
to View,
I went to Curzon, for example.
Yeah.
That one is I love that cinema
Seen?
because you know what is here when you go there. Obviously, the way the sofas are set up and then they bring you your food and
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, is it-
hey.
How much?
By the
did
way,
you
if
spend
guys,
in
if
this?
you want a date night spot, that's the one.
Oh my
How
God.
much did you spend?
Okay,
Mhm.
so the
£50.
ticket was no, yeah, it could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So, okay, if you're on a date, obviously you're paying for the ticket, whatever. That's what £12 per ticket.
Jesus Christ. So that's £24. Okay, let's go.
£24.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they got cocktails there as well.
And how much is that?
Like, what, let's say £10.
Wait, £10 for one cocktail for two.
Okay, happy hour. Okay, let's say happy hour. £10.
Was it happy
No,
hour?
but what's the happy hour?
Yeah, it was happy hour.
So it was what? £10 for
£10 for
cocktail-
two.
For two. Okay, so that's 34.
Then popcorn.
How much popcorn?
About 8, 7.
For one or
£7
two?
popcorn.
For one
No,
or
large,
two?
large,
For one or two?
large popcorn.
Just
You,
one.
you guys will hear
Yeah.
as I bring out my Tesco bag with my popcorn.
wait. So £34
I
plus.
didn't get popcorn. I got hot dogs.
How much was that? You got two.
2 hot dogs.
How much was that?
About £6, £7.
Each.
That's definitely per
So that's what,
hot dog.
£14 extra.
So about,
Should-
but you know what? It's an experience.
It is, yeah, see?
yeah, experience of losing money.
You know what it is? Yeah, sometimes when you go to cinema, I actually just want to just have
I agree.
just
You're comfort.
comfort.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you don't get that at home.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, you can, but it's very expensive.
Yeah,
to do that at
cuckoo,
home.
cuckoo,
Do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not the same.
You want to watch a film? You're just saying,
Why is the meat in there?
Do you know what I mean? So
Nah, it makes sense.
yeah, there are certain things that I think we can still put our money in just to
Mm.
enjoy it as an experience. But
Yeah. Because there's not a lot of
Yeah, man.
experiences like left,
nah,
especially
I
after COVID.
right now we've got the gallery and
Yep.
cinema.
Cinema.
the arts.
The arts is the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, that was always the only thing.
True.
But I feel like recently after COVID, kind of like, I guess eased off. People have started to kind of go out again, and
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know.
thought-
Maybe people are just doing it because they missed it so much, but maybe it might die down again. But I
You
feel like
reckon? I think people just want to live life, you know.
yeah, because before COVID, people weren't doing as much as they're doing now. Like now, people are
Mm.
trying to take all the
Yeah,
like they're trying to
yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, which is beautiful to see, but also
is.
like question is how long can you?
That-
Because people are
that's
going
true.
out their way to make sure that the
Drop
experience. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I don't know how long that's gonna, how realistic, and yeah, in terms of
Maybe
longevity.
There's like probably like peaks and dips, right?
Yeah.
So maybe for like the rest of the 20s. I feel like it also depends on.
Our age as well right now. I feel like
True.
we're in that age where we are going to be out the most.
Mm.
Because this is probably the
That's a recession
age.
coming. I don't know about.
No, that's the thing. I feel like it's after
People are still spending, you know.
after
Yeah.
like times where you go, like the country collectively, I think goes through things with health or with finance. I feel like a lot of us just want to feel good
Yeah.
afterwards,
Yeah,
so we will
it's
do
an
things in order to
escape.
do that.
Escapism.
Yeah.
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 I agree.
Definitely
Damn.
an escape.
Instead of us to be dealing with our issues and going therapy, this is what we're doing.
I mean, some of us are trying, but you know,
Nah, therapy damn expensive, man.
it costs money.
Raw. So you'd rather go and spend it in cousin than go on Yesu.
Yeah.
Raw.
So if I
What?
Sorry.
That's not even a question.
so if I die tomorrow,
Bro.
oh, at least I worked on my inner self.
So
I can
you
at
wanna
least
go
have,
to the
like,
cinema
one
to go-
worthwhile experience.
Nah, you want to go to the cinema to go and watch Nope instead of going to the therapy.
Nope, I went to view £6.99.
Okay, fair enough. Wait, but I can't believe this. So you'd rather do than go
Therapy's
therapy?
expensive, bro.
Therapy's nothing. That,
like-
the thing, no, sorry. I advise therapy, by the way.
Oh,
I'm not.
Nah, let's try back
I'm
up
not
now.
condone. But
When was the last time
me,
you went?
for me,
Man's never even gone.
Sorry,
He's never even gone.
I've been
I'm
therapy.
sorry.
How can you say?
I need it though.
Wait. How can you say yeah? How can you say
Damn.
yeah? No, I'm not doing that. But you've never even been.
There's counselling.
know-
There's counselling.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I feel like I've got. Okay, I ain't got qualified therapists, but I feel like there's people that almost act as therapists in my life. It's not good. It's not good enough. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Real niggas on
But
YouTube.
yesterday we went to the album launch, or album listening party.
Oh yes.
Oh,
of
wow.
Our dear friends.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Dave creates
Woo.
Jude Produce Vibe on the album.
Wait, how is
Check
it
it out.
just ring down?
But
I keep thinking it's you doing the sounds.
oh, because I'm no,
I
no,
bet every time yeah. Anyway,
that's not me. It's not
no.
me.
Shout out to Jude.
But
shout
yeah.
out to Dave because
Da-
that album.
Dave-
Shout out to Dave, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dave is an amazing artist.
It's a
Like,
talent. It's a talent.
He's a big talent. Like literally, I'll never forget. I was at a Christian weekend away. I won't state the names, but basically, I saw.
I like how the person said it like we weren't all there.
He really just said. He even said it. Yeah, man said weekend away.
we were all no, but weekend away could be anything.
True. You're right. You're right.
But it's crazy how they branded that as a weekend. We don't see it as anything else.
yeah.
I'm going on a
All I
weekend
think-
away.
All I think is
Where?
weekend away. Ah.
But like, I remember I saw him doing spoken word there,
Mm.
and this was spoken word. He wasn't even rapping.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah. I was like, this guy's just different.
Yeah.
Oh.
And literally, when he started to make, I remember he actually transitioned to making music.
Mhm.
I remember that so well, and it's like, raw. And it's mad. I think that's when I started seeing your work for the first time.
you know.
You get what I mean?
I think so too. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Literally, yes, when I started to see your
Mad.
work.
Oh, that is actually crazy. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
Dave, you
that's-
put me on, you know. Jeez,
No,
that's big
legit,
bro.
Legit. That's when I started to see your work.
Matters.
And then yeah, I just started following it. Obviously he goes imprint
Mm,
now.
mhm,
But
mhm.
like it's just mad. Like I think even yesterday when I was there, I was just like, how much of an artist he is.
Mhm.
Mm.
The fact that we listen to the album
Mhm.
on headphones,
Mhm.
crazy.
Yep.
That
Like
was a nice
yeah.
experience.
And he cares. I
Bro,
think
he cares.
I think that's the beauty about it. It's
he
like
cares about his
yeah,
music, man.
You can tell he cares. Like the music, he cares about how it's received,
Yeah.
how much work you can like honestly, I've seen him put in the work
Mm.
to then like to get to the final stage, and like throughout that whole process you can tell like he's very, very like meticulous. He's not trying to do it's
is what it
whatever.
is.
Yeah. He's like he's
No.
trying to make sure that when it's going out it's at the best quality because he knows people are gonna take it in. He
Right.
doesn't want anybody's experience of that to be
Just,
like
yeah.
eh.
Yeah, it was alright.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think it's really beautiful to see, and the fact that like people really came out yesterday to kind of show
Yeah.
love. So yeah, people listening, go check that out.
Stream
I'm all-
that, man.
Yeah, I'm all by
I'm
Dave
more
Creek.
stream that.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
yeah, that thing is proper, man.
Yeah.
Take me back when.
Oh, I swear.
Yeah, that song, yeah. Oh,
I was gonna say, do you want me to put like reverb on your voice?
huh?
Finish.
Oh no, put that on my voice. I want to hear that.
Wait, Jachi. wait, wait. Why are you
Alright.
clearing your voice?
No, I'm trying to do my thing, innit?
Come on.
Take me back when. Take me back when. Take me back when we first happened. Yeah, go on. I want to see how that sounds.
You want to hear it now?
Yeah, man, run that.
Like he's
Featuring Mac and Jude.
wow.
Oh, wait, what? The feature magazine.
But yeah, man.
And we will leave you with that.
Enjoy your day, guys.
Till
Speak
next
soon.
time.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to today's episode of Rule of Thirds. Feel free to share your thoughts with us using the hashtag Rule of Thirds Pod. And for more from us, follow us on Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod, or our personal accounts for myself, Burns JNR,
Mike at _ man like Mike.
And Jude at Kente Kwame.
Catch you guys in the next one.